It is Friday evening. Pomato, Daddy Potato, and Mummy Tomato sat in the backyard enjoying the evening, sharing stories from the past. As they sat, exchanging tales and giggles, Daddy Potato, with a gleam of excitement in his eyes, spoke up. Guess what? Tomorrow we have a special adventure planned. We're finally going to visit Uncle Aubrey's farm. Pomato's eyes lit up with excitement. A farm? What's a farm, Daddy? Ah, a farm is a magical place, Pomo, surrounded by fields of green and animals of all kinds, said Daddy Potato. Mummy Tomato chimed in, her voice warm and reassuring. Uncle Aubrey has all sorts of animals. There are cows with big, gentle eyes, chickens that cluck and lay eggs, pigs with curly tails, and even sheep with soft, fluffy wool. And we'll get to help Uncle Aubrey with his farm chores, like feeding the chickens and picking fresh strawberries. Pomato's excitement bubbled. I can't wait to meet them all, Daddy. When are we leaving? Daddy Potato smiled. Tomorrow morning, bright and early. So let's finish our dinner and get a good night's sleep. We have a weekend of fun and adventure ahead of us at Uncle Aubrey's farm. Next morning, Pomato and her family eagerly packed into the car, excitement bubbling as they headed towards Uncle Aubrey's farm. It was a long-awaited invitation, and Pomato couldn't wait to meet the animals that her uncle cared for. As they arrived at the farm, Pomato's eyes widened with wonder at the sight of sprawling green fields and a beautiful farmhouse. Uncle Aubrey greeted them warmly, his smile reflecting the joy of their reunion. After a leisurely break, Uncle Aubrey suggested taking a tour of the farm. Their first stop was the barn. Pomato's eyes widened with amazement as she saw the cows munching on the lush green grass. She could hear the gentle sound of their mooing as they enjoyed their breakfast. Uncle Aubrey explained how cows moo and love to eat fresh grass to make yummy milk. We use their milk to make tasty cheese and butter, he said with a smile. As they admired the cows, Pomato's eyes caught sight of a small, playful creature nearby. Uncle Aubrey, look, there's a baby cow, she exclaimed, pointing excitedly. That's right, Pomo, Uncle Aubrey said, his voice filled with affection. Baby cows are called calves. They're born with soft, fuzzy coats and playful spirits. They're so cute, Pomato exclaimed, her heart brimming with joy. Next, they visited the chicken coop where they were greeted by a flurry of feathers and clucking sounds. Pomato giggled as she watched the chickens pecking around. What's that, Uncle Aubrey? Pomato asked, pointing at the majestic bird. That, my dear, is a rooster, he replied. The rooster is the male chicken. He's responsible for crowing in the morning, cock-a-doodle-do, and protecting the flock. And finally, Uncle Aubrey said, pointing to a small, fluffy group of chickens. They're the baby chickens and are called chicks. Chickens are indeed fascinating creatures, Uncle Aubrey concluded, and they're one of the most common farm animals around. Next, they walked over to the pigsty. Pomato was delighted at the sight of the chubby pigs rolling in the mud. Uncle Aubrey explained, pigs are intelligent and social beings. They enjoy rolling around in the mud as it helps them stay cool and protects their skin from the sun. Uncle Aubrey continued, do you know what are young pigs called? Pomato shook her head, eager to learn. They're called piglets, said Uncle Aubrey. Pigs have a good appetite. They enjoy a varied diet, feasting on grains, vegetables, and sometimes even fruits. Pigs communicate through a variety of sounds, each has its own meaning. The oink is their most common one, but they also grunt, snort, and squeal to convey different emotions and desires. Uncle Aubrey concluded, pigs are very smart animals and are often found on farms for their delicious bacon and ham. Next, they headed to the pasture. Pomato was amazed to see fluffy sheep munching on the grass. Uncle Aubrey began to share fascinating facts about sheep. Did you know that baby sheep are called lambs? He asked. Pomato shook her head, eager to learn more. Sheep have thick woolly coat and are raised for their wool, milk, and meat, continued Uncle Aubrey. The wool is used to make all sorts of cozy things like sweaters and scarves that keeps us warm during chilly weather. And do you know what sound sheep make? Uncle Aubrey asked with a grin. Pomato's eyes lit up with excitement. Ba, 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 black sheep, she exclaimed, giggling as she remembered the nursery rhyme. Uncle Aubrey affectionately replied, That's right. You're quite the sheep expert now. With that, Uncle Aubrey said, I think it's time for a well-deserved break. Let's take a pause, have some lunch, relax a bit, and then we'll be back later in the afternoon to visit the other farm animals.